Hello, and welcome back to Arcanum. I'm your host, the Social Solipsist, and I spent like the last at least half an hour trying to figure this game out, and I have some things to show you. I've been picking apart the internals, trying to figure out what to do. Mostly, just basically in relation to Krakatur, who we were dealing with in the last episode. I was sort of hoping that I could get him in the party. I don't really want to tell you all the details because I want you to see firsthand, because there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, both in terms of his dialogue tree and the, rules of how you can and can't recruit him that are super fucked up. So, I have made some tweaks, but not all the tweaks to the save since the last episode. I have backed up to before I spoke to him the first time, and I tweaked my stats basically just to give myself the points that I had wished I had before. I don't think I did much other than that. We're gonna see. So, of course, as soon as I load, the first thing Gorgoth does is scream at me about food. So I'm going to tell him to fuck off. Then I'm going to save. 5, 7, 6. And then I'm going to tell him to leave the party. Or he'll interrupt me before I... This is interesting. It breaks the interface. Huh. I don't know why it does a load there. Interesting. So it doesn't appear to actually negatively impact his impression of you or anything. He just leaves the party. He doesn't sprint away or anything. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Fine. I don't have any. That's fine. I was gonna make you wait here anyway. Because well, okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm trying to figure out how I can show off all of the different things I found in the right order. So what we're going to do now is go over to Krakatur, and have some of the same dialogue that we had before. So, I did not change my alignment. I'm still at 97 good. But... if I go through the same dialogue or thereabouts, hold on. Sorry. That was actually, okay. How do I show this off? Tell me about yourself. You know, I'll read the part since the dialogue tree does split off from what we saw before. I haven't read it all. I just saw that it was different. I wanted to save it. So, let's see. Tell me about your life in Arcanum. I went this way before, so this time I'm just going to listen to him. The scroll described a spell to transform a man into a terrible dragon beast, he gestures to himself. All it required was the right words and a drop of dragon's blood. As you can probably guess, dragon's blood is usually in a fairly short is usually in fairly short supply. The last dragon in Arcanum was Belarogrim, the mightiest, most fearsome creature who walked the land, and so I went straight to his lair and battled him to the death in order to get a single drop of blood. It was a ferocious battle, but in the end I was victorious. Even as a mortal man, I was very, very brave and powerful. I'm sorry, doesn't your journal say you poisoned him? What? My journal? You mean my last testament? Where did you get that? blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're back to... I'm sure it was Mighty... It was Mighty Karkator, or Krakator. Now, will you help me? Let's not rush into things. Let's go with... No, we're going to go with this one, which is the same one we saw before because this is what I want to show. Wait, I think I have your eye here somewhere. I have the eye, blah, blah, blah. Sealed. Join me. What? Did I negotiate better this time for some reason? Hold on, now I'm super confused. Because now it's suddenly not broken. Hold on. Did I trigger something by not going straight through the... He agreed. He's only... okay. Hold on. Okay. Ask you a few questions. Tell me a bit about yourself. Tell me about your life. I found your journal. Tell him. What do you... Have your eye. Do we have a deal? You'll join me. So, Karkator will not travel with... Well, that's different. So it's even more fucked up than I thought. So, let me just tell you what happened, basically. I came in, and he kept saying... Like, no matter which tree I picked, basically, he kept saying, I'm disgusted by how good you are. And so I tried tweaking my alignment with the save editor. First to neutral, and then all the way to evil. And then then when I did that, he would say this. He would say, Krakator will not travel with so many mere mortals. So, then I thought... Oh, you know, I know what the change is that I made. The one change I forgot that I made, that was not the case in the original that I tweaked and then forgot, was in the last episode, I was only an... Fuck off. I'm just trying to look at my shit, man. Why is time running while I'm looking in the menus? Horrible. Especially since he pesters me like every minute. The thing that was different was I was only a persuasion expert, not a persuasion master. What's interesting is in that last dialogue, he refused because there were so many people in the party or so many mortals. It's unclear. None of this is documented online anywhere that I can find. Like, I'm Googling around looking for the phrases that he's saying and trying to figure, like, and nobody makes any reference to them, not even in a different context. So I don't know, like, I think the rules basically have to be, basically the rules are, you either have to be evil and alone, or you have to be a persuasion master and only have a certain number of people in your party. And have either the eye or his journal, I think. It's either his journal or another item. But it's interesting, though. But that last one was interesting during the initial load for this episode. Because the party was still... Well, let's see. I was thinking, well, maybe it was because Gorgoth was no longer in the party. Is that really the only difference? That's literally it. Wait. Can I not have him rejoin now? What's going on? I'm very confused. Okay, let's load again. I'm not sure if putting it in combat mode will... Huh. I just want to make sure I can get him back. Let's see here. Found your journal. You'll join. Okay. Can I now get you back? Found you an animal carcass. Will you join me? Okay, so that actually there is a secondary cap. That's interesting. Why? Why would the game have a primary and a secondary cap on your followers? Can I still summon? Or does the game... I mean, because I would... So it's not even... It's another soft cap. Huh. Well, you know what? Gorgoth is annoying as fuck, so... He can stay here. I don't give a shit. Okay, so now let's get to the other part of my my exploration that I did, which is... Okay, so let's quick save here and talk to Krakatur. And the first thing we're going to do is talk to him about his other dialogue, because we didn't get access to any of his other dialogue because we talked all the way through it. Or through the one path, and the entire rest of the tree was inaccessible. So, so I think you know what? The first thing we'll do, is talk to him about himself. Found your journal. Strange. Your journal had the taint of cowardice all over it. What? I will kill you for even speaking those words. Krakatur is like a god. Krakatur is monstrous, towering above the whimpering masses like a furious storm. Krakatur... You are pathetic and weak, Krakatur. It's that simple. What? No one speaks such words and lives. Tremble before the might of Krakatur. I have spilled oceans of blood. Mountains of bones mark the roads of my fury. Fire and destruction. Maybe I'm not making myself clear. You're a joke. The creature's eyes nearly bug out of his head. I've never heard such insolence. I will devour 100 generations of your family. They will curse your name for the tragedy you have brought upon this day. They will... Okay, this is ridiculous. I think you're a weakling. Fight me. The great dragon beast seems to flinch. Well, let's not let this get out of hand. I mean, I've done nothing to you. You bothered me here. Not that I won't kill you if you say one more foolish thing, for I am Krakatur, vicious spoiler of history. Death to all and everything. I will... Fight me, you coward. His bulk seems to shrink. He lowers his head. You don't seem in the best of moods. What have I done to deserve this treatment? I mean, first Nasruddin and his cronies gang up on me, and now, you will pay for this. I am Krakatur, masticator of millions. I will dine on your entrails.
You're a blowhard. I've known tougher milk maidens. Don't push me. If you keep on this path, I will destroy you and your descendants and your ancestors. Yeah, too. Yeah, yes. For I am great and mighty Krakatur. There will not even be a memory of you. For I control time and the elements. I am a god in dragon form. I am. Just fight me and shut the hell up. What? No one speaks such words and lives. Tremble before the might of Krakatur. It just sort of goes on in a loop. Which is funny, but also, yeah, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame that it doesn't end one way or another, like he just sprints off or something. That would be funny if they don't want to make you fight him. Anyway, that does not change his reaction to you at all. Like, giving him sass. Also, I also didn't see any documentation from anyone online about pissing him off either. I don't think it was for want of not spoiling it either. Like, just nobody seems to have noticed. So that's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. So let's look at some of his other dialogue. Tell me about your no, we already saw this. Okay. Let's see. How did you get sent here? I was sent here only by the efforts of the powerful Elven Council, led by Nasruddin himself. There was a colossal battle between us, and only through sheer force of their numbers did they finally subdue the mighty Krakatur. Nasruddin hid like a coward while his minions died by the thousands. I was banished, but never defeated. I am Krakatur. Right, a few more questions about you. Oh, also another thing I failed to mention, that I also tried was switching my gear, so I was wearing the suit. That doesn't change his dialogue either. It doesn't change his, or as far as my testing could tell, it doesn't change how he reacts to you at all. Like, the reaction value does, but he doesn't behave any differently. He's not, like, more susceptible to joining the party or anything. So I think it's literally just based on the party not being at the second soft cap, and you either being persuasive or having the right items and being evil. Anyway. What have you been doing over here in the void? I've been spreading terror here, as I did in Arcanum. Look around you. This is the Valley of Death. No one has survived the fury of Krakatur. I see. A few more questions. Okay. Did I hit everything now? I think that's about it, actually. So, I think what we're going to do is found your journal. Will you help me? Krakatur expects payments. So this is the other way. Instead of his eye, you can also tell him you can get him out of here. This is the only way I could trigger it before. Every other time I tried it with his eye, I thought that was linked to the "you must be evil enough" path, because the answer he would always give was always the "I'm disgusted by your goodness" dialogue, not the party's too full dialogue. It could have been a fluke, but I tried it like probably 10 separate times, and that was consistent. But apparently I'm wrong. What if I told you I could get you out of here? You mean go back to Arcanum? Well, of course. I could continue my reign of terror upon all the peoples of the land. All of Arcanum will tremble before the fury of Krakatur. Mighty Krakatur. Right. So you'll join me? Yes, in return for my release from this hellish place, I will join you. You'll need my help in defeating this monster. He will fall before our combined might. Perhaps you will not even need the strength of mighty Krakator. Perhaps I will only watch as you dispose of the cretin. In fact, perhaps I will watch the front door as you battle him to the death. Right. Let's go, Krakator. So anyway, that's that. So, let's save, because I think that's about where we want to be with that. Gorgoth, you know what, man? I'll just leave this on the ground for you. Enjoy. We're gonna go through this portal. Oh, another thing I was finding with the constant reloads here was, I'm just hitting escape so nothing triggers, was that it was inconsistent in its choppiness when I would reload that location. Sometimes it would be choppy, sometimes it was fine. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with this engine. Inconsistency is the key. So anyway. Alright, what do we have here? F7. I believe this is the last guy that was mentioned to us. This man has the look of a fierce warrior. His heavily muscled body is covered in scars and tattoos. He sniffs the air as you approach. A fresh arrival, eh? You still have the smell of the world on you. What is your name, sir? I have been known by many names, but the only one that matters now is the Bane of Kree. That is the name I was known by when I wielded power over men. So how did you come by that name? Kree was where I forced the world to respect my power. No one had ever breached the great walls of Kree, but my horde swarmed over them as if they were but a mirage. I held the fate of every man, woman, and child in my hand, and showed them no mercy. His eyes glaze over as he looks into the distance, savoring his moment of glory once again. If only I could return to Arcanum. Is that when you were using the Bengalian Scourge? He snaps back to reality and stares at you in disbelief. You know of the Scourge? Yeah, let's go this way. I destroyed it. Oh, apparently that pissed him off. I wonder how... He's not that tough. Well, I'm also disproportionately strong. Well, I take it back. He's not bad. Strong enough to kill me. I love how even though your guys resurrect you, it still presents a game over. Okay, well... Oh, wait a minute. I can reload the... There. Okay, what's up with you now? Did you come by the name? I've heard tales of it. It was a glorious weapon, it was. Glorious. It felt as if it had been made for me, for my use alone. If only I had not lost it when I tried to strike Nasruddin down. I need help killing Kurgan. Kurgan, he spits. I welcome the chance to slit his throat. He hesitates. But after what he did... What did he do? He looks away, seemingly in shame. He defeated me in battle soon after he arrived here. After delivering the killing blow, he brought me back to life to taunt me. I have waited long years for the chance to make him pay for that. I know the feeling. Join me so that we may defeat him. He looks at you suspiciously. Why should I join with you? What do you have to offer me? The taste of victory in the field of battle once again. I would like to, but you seem overcrowded at the moment. Okay. Good day then. Okay, well, hold on. Can I get the rest of his dialogue out of him? Nope. Okay, well, I gotta reload then. Because I do want to see the rest of his dialogue, because I think there's probably is some. I don't really want to... I don't really want to give anyone up. But I'm kind of curious how the conflict or the dialogue with Kurgan changes if you have some or all of the other exiles with you in the party. Let's see. There's a truly impressive story. I could use a man of your talents. Need help killing Kurgan. Let's see. Can I see? Is there another? Huh. I thought maybe there was another tree in there. I guess not, though. Well, I'd be okay with giving up Yormund. He's not particularly useful or compelling in any way. He doesn't have any voice acting, but neither does this guy, and I don't necessarily plan to fight Kurgan. Or I might, and if I do, I don't think that he's gonna make or break it. So my temptation is just to, you know, leave him here. So I think we'll do that. Is this back where... This is back in the center. Is there somewhere we didn't... Oh, there was the castle place, right? Oh boy. Yikes. Wait, why? Suddenly they're aggroed? Okay, listen guys, you just need to take care of this. I don't know why they didn't aggro before, that's really odd. Are you guys quite done? Because I'm getting like 2 frames a second now. Nope, we're still in combat. Why are we still in combat? Nope. Okay. Now we can exit combat. It's still sluggish though. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a peek at the map so I make sure I'm not running around in circles for no reason. 6G F. Hold on. Teleported a little. I have been here, haven't I? Isn't this the stones where we started? Seems odd. F. G. Where is G? It's not on the map. It doesn't exist. Cool. Level 2 in the... Is that where I need to... Hold on. I'm very confused. Wait, was this the... No, this... Oh, damn it. Now I gotta walk the whole thing again. Ugh. Come on. Chug more. If this takes more than another, like, minute or two for me to figure out, I'll just... I gotta call the episode somewhere. Is there another... No. Gotta go down here. And then we gotta go all the way through here again, apparently. Oh my god. Okay. Makes me wish I hadn't taken that teleporter in the first place. Okay. So that looks like where we're supposed to go next. So, hey, you guys want to, like, get off there so you'll stop glitching out? Stop standing inside each other? Cool. Okay, if I remember correctly, that's where we went before. So, next time on Arcanum, we will go the other way. Thanks for your patience. I hope that the weird garbage was somewhat interesting to you as it was to me.